guys, Sherry Fox here with What the Fox. It's cold outside, and a good way to warm up is a hot bowl of soup. And one of my favorites is white chicken chili. It's creamy, savory, you can make it cheesy, spicy, but most of all, it's just so simple to make. So for those of you that want a quick, hearty soup, this is the soup for you. You can top this with all of your favorites, and it just makes it better. I'll post the recipe at the end so you can take a screenshot. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is chop up some onions. To make small diced onions, I cut my onion halfway down in one direction, then turn the onion and cut it halfway down in the other direction, so I can then flip the onion on its side and get small diced onions. But if you like your onions larger, just cut them any size you want. But if you don't like onions, you can just leave them out. Get yourself a good sized pot. Let's drizzle a little olive oil, and we're going to saute our onions until they become clear or transparent. But if you like your onions caramelized, just cook them a little longer. Now let's add 1.5 cans of Bush's white chili beans. And guys, for the most part, this recipe is on the back of this can. You can just add or omit ingredients and tailor this soup to your taste. The other half of the can we're going to mash with a fork. This just gives the soup a thicker consistency. I like cilantro in my soup, and I prefer to pull the leaves from the stems, but it's really just a personal preference. You can add a little or a lot, but if you don't like cilantro, just leave it out. Now we're going to add a couple of jalapenos. Just cut the ends off and slice it down the middle so we can expose the veins and seeds. This is where the heat lives. You can remove these, and I find it easier to do so with a spoon rather than a knife. Or if you like spicy, you can leave a few or leave them all. Now just flip them over and dice them up. You can boil your own chicken if you have time or you prefer, I would say maybe 3 or 4 large chicken breasts. But let's say you like dark and white meat. Well, then you could use 3 to 4 leg and thigh quarters. Or run to your local store and grab a rotisserie chicken. It's the right amount of chicken, and it's already cooked for you. We will just remove the skin and pull it from the bone. And you can chop this up, or if you prefer, you can shred it. And these 3 cuties are standing by just to make sure I don't drop any. They got a small bite, because how can you resist those faces? Now let's add the rest of our ingredients to our pot. Toss in your mashed beans. I really like beans in my white chicken chili, so I usually throw in an additional can of beans. I will either use the Great Northern beans or the white kidney beans, but today we're using the northern beans. Now let's add some tomatoes and green chilies, or Rotel rather. I'm using the original, but you can use the spicy. I don't drain these, I just pour them right in, but you can if you prefer. If you really like Rotel, go ahead and add 2 cans. But if you don't like tomatoes, you can always just substitute 1 or 2 cans of nothing but the green chilies. Now we will add a can of cream of chicken and 1 can of chicken broth, but you can always add a little more if you like it soupy. Let's toss in our jalapenos and our chicken. And if you decided to use cilantro, go ahead and add that as well. Give it a good stir, and let's bring this to a boil. You want to stir it occasionally while doing so. Then reduce the heat to low or simmer, because we're going to let this simmer for about 30 to 45 minutes. Here is where you can get a little creative, depending on your taste. I am adding some fresh cracked black pepper. I am also adding about a teaspoon of celery salt, a pinch or 2 of cumin, and if you would like to kick it up a notch, add a little cayenne. Of course, these spices are optional, and if you're not sure if you would like them, just start small. Add a little, stir, and taste. You could even put some of the chili in a small bowl. Add just a touch of the spices and see if you like it before you add it to the entire pot. That's what's so great about this white chicken chili. You can really tailor it to your tastes. Place a lid on it, but just don't forget to stir it ever so often. Now to top our chili with, I love some fresh green onions. don't get the dried ones at the store, go ahead and go to the produce section and just get the whole bunch of onions. Because you can plant these in the ground and you can have fresh green onions whenever you would like. Once your chili is ready, it's best to serve it immediately. You can top this with shredded cheese. I like to use a taco blend cheese and or sour cream, some of your fresh cilantro, and green onions. You can also add some fresh avocado and lime wedges and top it off with some tortilla strips. I'm using Chipotle flavored tortilla strips. And it's just that easy, guys. Homemade white chicken chili. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and get ready because I'm going to pop the recipe up for you so you can take a screenshot. If you like what we're doing here, guys, smash that like button for me. And can I encourage you to subscribe? I would greatly appreciate it. But when you do, don't forget to click that little bell. That way when I upload new videos, you'll be the first to know. This is Sherry saying you guys can do this easily. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in to What the Fox. Until next time, take care.